Hello, everybody. I just made the decks of the weekend earlier today, but Wizards had different plan here since there's been a pretty big ban and restricted announcement with, most importantly, Lurrus of the Dream Band being banned in Modern. It's a lot, right? Because this card right here used to be the strongest card in the format, so popular. They even said in the announcement that it was played 31% of the decks. That's a lot, isn't it? It got banned. Reasonable ban. I think Grace's Shadow was, I want to say by a pretty significant margin, the best decks in the format. Maybe not every challenge you saw Rex's Shadow putting up, ban-worthy results, but definitely the tournaments that matter, like the mocks and the qualifiers, the PTQ, and etc. But other than that, they didn't ban the Rex's Shadow deck. They just banned Lurrus. You can have you can now build your Shadow deck with you can put Stray Rate back in the deck now. This card used to be the deal, the big deal of Shadow. You just take 2 damage and just also fill the graveyard, so you can now put Murktide Regent in your deck. You don't have the Murktide Regent now. By far, clearly, I think the biggest winner of this ban list, because the reason to not play Murktide Regent is not because this card is not good. I mean, look at it in Legacy. Legacy is everywhere. In Legacy, you don't even have Ragavan, and this card still is everywhere. So yeah, I think Murktide Regent is a big winner of this ban list. There's some fun talk that say that you just instead of Stray Rate and Murktide, you just put Gigant in your side, but I don't think so. Gigant is very bad, and unless you play like Tron or I really dislike an Infinity too, but so I don't think that's kind of a meme. But I think Gracie Shadow will still remain a very good deck. But what about the other decks? What about my beautiful Crack the Earth deck, which by the way I have a video just now that was posted on YouTube. I planned my videos before, so it's unfortunate, but if you want to see, I think the swan song of Crack the Earth, Lurrus is very, very important in this deck. This deck was just a lower resources deck. Having access to a companion was a huge deal. Who's the clear winner of this? Oh, so Hammer Time. Hammer Time, I don't think this Hammer Time deck changes much. Alright, this is a strange list with Blade of Oni, but whatever. I don't think Hammer Time changes much. Hammer Time, sure, Lurrus is now. You can put now Netosist. You can put the sword. You can do things, but yeah, Lurrus being gone is definitely something that will maybe change the format a little bit, since Lurrus got weakened. But there is instead one deck that didn't get weakened at all, and that is 4-color Omnath. I've highlighted this deck today in the decks of the weekend, and it is definitely a deck that didn't lose anything from the ban list, but not only, it gained obviously gained. Lurrus is a huge deal for this deck. They just they tend to put the game longer, and the opponent just puts back Lurrus in hand. So yeah, this deck probably is gonna race to the top. Is it Murktide had a very tough time against this deck? This deck had maybe a tough time against Grixis Shadow, but not by that margin. And thanks to March of the Otherworldly Light and Boseiju, this is also good against the Hammer. So my risk, my worry is that this deck raises to the top now, and the mirror match of this deck are quite terrible. They are for real. But yeah, the Burn deck, loses a good matchup in Hammer Time in Shadow. Gains a little bit more since Hammer Time was a bad matchup. This deck, I think, also maybe a good matchup for you, but I don't know. Not still, but yeah, having March now is an additional thing. But yeah, this is overall my read of the Modern metagame. I am not sure if I say that I'm happy. I'm happy that since I'm a content creator, I'm happy that there's new format, new cards, and stuff like that. But obviously, whenever cards get banned, it's a little bit sad because that's just incinerating people money. That's just a ban list all the time, and it's not great. But I think as a content creator, I'll definitely be exploring Modern a bit more. All right, but the announcement doesn't stop there. It's not only Lurrus. They also banned Galvanic Relay, Disciple of the Vault, and they unbanned Expedition Map in Pauper. Pauper is a format I've been showcasing on my channel. I've also been playing Pauper. The 4th of April, I'm gonna go to Milan to play a Pauper event called the Pauper Geddon. And I plan to play Jessica Ephemerate. That's my pet deck. I love that deck. I'm gonna definitely bring it on the channel. But 2 decks got banned here: Storm and Affinity. If you take a look at the article that I'm gonna link in the show notes, it's a really detailed article on why Gavin Verhey decided that the Pauper format panel decided to ban these 3 cards. And he said a lot of things here and there. He said something about Deadly Dispute, which I think to be the strongest card in Pauper, honestly. Sure, Galvanic Relay was unfair, but that's not because of Galvanic Relay. This card isn't good. It's because, like, Petal, Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, Seeding Song, Rite of Flame are legal. So they have to ban, like, very weak cards like this in order to keep them alive. I personally don't agree with that decision. They say that, he says that the legacy feel, while it's an interesting discussion, you want a legacy feel of Pauper? I don't know. What does Lotus Petal ever be playing in a deck that was fair? No, it always needed banned whenever it was played. Same with Dark Ritual and stuff like that. So personally, I would just not need to ban every single Storm card they print in forever, but just instead rip the band-aid off and ban the card that are never gonna reprint, like Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, etc. But I guess, again, I don't play Pauper that much to have an opinion 100% true, but an opinion that is, though, I think 100% true, is that Deadly Dispute is just too good of a card. This card, in combination with Chromatic Star, Terrarian, I'm gonna show you the decks, but just look at the 2 decks that raised to the top in Pauper. First is Affinity, which got ATOG and Prism banned recently, but it's not just that. They got Deadly Dispute, and this card is just broken in combination with Synthetizer, Chromatic Star, Ichor Wellspring, Blood Fountain. It's just an Ancestral Recall. You pay 1 mana because you get a treasure back, and you draw 3 cards. We're playing Pauper here, and he's also like good to blow up your opponent removal spell, and so on and so forth. But this card isn't only good in Affinity. This card is literally good in every deck that can just have the artifact engine in combination with the Experimental Synthetizer and Star. This deck wins with Kessig Flamebreaker, but you also have the Mogwarts deck. So this is the other deck that got banned. Red Black Storm wins with Kessig Flamebreaker. But yeah, basically this is just an engine that's super powerful, and like, sure, you have access to Reckoner's Bargain or Costly Plunder. Yeah, those are replacement, but they can never keep up with the power of Deadly Dispute. So in the article they said something along the case of it's upper high to continue to find keep a. Sorry, I'm just trying. Okay, Deadly Dispute has a low value over replacement, meaning that there are a lot of other cards that do similar things. Yeah, but they're so much worse. It's like saying, I don't know, Sestorico is not that good. You have Jesus' Ingenuity. Of course, like, that's hyperbole, but one makes a treasure, one gains 2 life, or 4 life, or 7 life. Yeah, it's great, but the treasure is what makes Deadly Dispute broken. But then again, I'm not here to, like, complain about the fact that Disciple of the Vault got banned. I honestly just didn't really like this card that much, and sideboarding out a lot. So, while I love one thing about the LPL is that they are adjusting immediately. They banned immediately. They just banned it last month. They got 3 new bans here. I'm banning Expedition Map 2, by the way. So I appreciate that. You know, Pauper was a very slow format. But I do not understand why they left this card around and banned this card. So that is my problem. Unlike Lurrus, so when I said I don't like when they ban cards because they make people lose money, I think in Pauper it's a little bit different. Because sure, Deadly Dispute is like probably, what, a $3 card? So that's something. Like, this deck maybe costs like $15 €50 or something, but it's not that it dies if you ban Deadly Dispute, by the way. Like, it won't die when they ban this. You just cut this card. Again, he wasn't even that good before, so it's no problem. Sure, you don't have the kill spell with Munition, but and you will play this in the side, but it will still be a very good deck. So I guess it's also that. Like, they still want to make it a good deck. There's still a new card, so they'd rather ban the problematic Mirroring card made like 20 years ago rather than the card made this summer. So I guess I can understand that. It's just a little bit, I don't know, weird to me that once again they keep around all the pedal, the rituals and stuff like that to ban Galvanic Relay, you know. But that again, I am happy that they changed things in Pauper, because I have a Pauper tournament next month and the format clearly was unhealthy, so I'm happy that maybe we'll try to play the format in a more healthy way. Is that Scred sticks around. His deck wasn't very good. It's not going to be very good, but it sticks around. What else do we have? Well, just Ephemerate. Yeah, this is the deck that I will try to play next in that event. I just go with it. But yeah, this has been a pretty long video now. I might be a little bit tired today, so this video might not have argued as much as I wish. I didn't talk about Pioneer. That's a format I really haven't played in years. So I just acknowledge that Lurrus the Dream Guns banned. If it's banned in Pauper, maybe. In Modern, maybe needed to be banned in Pioneer as well. Red Black Amble was very good there. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. I hope you stick together in the whole, 12 minutes. And if you love Pauper, I think the format got much better. If you love Modern, I think the format maybe got much better. Sorry, maybe got better. Not 100% true, but maybe got better. Thank you for watching, and follow, comment, like, subscribe, all the usuals. I'm here every day with these videos. Have a good day.